Hey guys, happy Friday and welcome back to another book review of this week. My name is David Mechura. Thank you so much for joining me for another awesome book review. Today we're going to be talking about What to Say When You Talk to Yourself by Shad Helmstetter. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I'm sorry if I butchered it. But this book, guys, this is one of the classics that I keep talking about. Definitely pick this book up. It's such an awesome book. I really enjoyed reading it. And so today's structure, we're just going to talk about two spots of this book that I really enjoyed. He breaks down the different self-talks and how you should be talking to yourself. So it's going to make more sense when we get into that. Another thing we're going to talk about is a couple of tips that I have, as well as different things that I picked up out of this book that I really enjoyed and I found that it's going to be really helpful for you guys to take out of this. So that being said, we're going to move into the first sort of section here. And that's going to be talking about the 5 levels of self-talk. So these are self-talk, I should begin with, is just talking to yourself. It's programming and self-confidence. It's programming your subconscious mind, the mind that's constantly listening, even if you're sleeping. It's always on. It's always taking information. So these 5 levels go from really bad to really good. And depending on the level you are, your subconscious brain is going to act in that respondence. That's the whole thing about self-talks, affirmations, all this stuff. Is the more you talk about how you're going to be awesome, you're going to be better, the better you feel. If you keep talking to yourself being like, I'm going to feel like shit, I feel like crap, I feel bad, I feel sick, you're going to feel like that. And so many people... And hospitals, there's been so many research done. I don't even know the percentage, so don't quote me on all that. You can check it out on Google really quickly. But hospitals, literally, we can cut down so many patients from going to hospitals and doctors because they go there from self-induced illnesses and things that they feel like they have or things that they themselves caused. So what I mean is, like, if you keep telling yourself that you're sick, if you keep trying to be sick, if you keep telling yourself, oh my God, I don't feel good, I feel sick, eventually your body's going to be sick. If you keep feeling like you're old and you have this or that, you eventually might have this or that. It's such a mental thing. A lot of illnesses are so mental that they're mentally caused, and so you're destroying yourself by talking negative. So with that being said, that's why this book is so important, because it teaches you how to change your bad negative self-talk to good negative self-talk. So the 5 levels of self-talk. The first level is the level of negative acceptance. This is I can't. So you might be saying, I can't lose weight, I can't run, I can't read, I can't get A's, I can't do this, I can't do that, I suck at school, I can't. These are the negative self-talks. These are the ones that destroy you, that tell you and stop you. You program your self-conscious mind to the point where you tell yourself, oh, I can never be rich, I can't be rich, I can't have money, I can't afford that, I can't. And eventually you're just like, yeah, you know what, you're right. I can't afford that. I'll just be broke for the rest of my life. Because you're just constantly telling your brain that you can't do something. Very basic, but very simple. And everyone uses that self-talk at some point in their lives. Level 2 self-talk is the level of recognition and the need to change. So this is I need to, I should. I need to work out. I need to get a diet plan. I should be dieting. I should be eating less. I should be working smarter. I should be reading that book to help myself. I need to make more money. I need to make more time for my family. See, like all these things that I'm trying to relate back to the most common used phrases that a lot of people use. And that's most of them is, oh, I should do that homework, but I'm going to do it later. Or I should work on that project. Or I should go out and talk to people. I should go to network. I should, whatever it is. You're still caught in this, I should do it, but you don't do it because you're not actually activating your self-conscious and programming it in a way to actually make you go do it. You're just telling the subconscious that, oh, I should do that, but really you're not going to do it. You just should do it. Or I really need to do that, but again, only I really need to. It's not I need to, or I am going to do it. Which leads me to level number 3, which is self-talk. The level of decision to change. So I never, or I no longer. So in this one, he talks about smokers. And this could be used for any example, but his example was smokers. As you go to light a cigarette, be like, I never smoke. Every time. Even if you're around people, just be like, I never smoke. I never smoke. I never lit my cigarettes, whatever it is. I no longer smoke. Right? Or I no longer eat unhealthy. I never eat unhealthy. Keep telling yourself, even as you're doing, and this is where it starts breaking habits. If you're doing something that you know it's a habit, it's a bad situation, and you're addicted to doing it and you can't stop, just tell yourself, I never do it. I never smoke. As you're smoking. But keep telling yourself that every single day, just constantly, I never smoke. You see a pack of cigarettes, I never smoke. And eventually, it's not going to be forever, or it's not going to be right away, instantaneous. But after a couple of weeks, months, years, you might pick up that cigarette and be like, I never smoke. Look at your cigarette, and your subconscious mind's going to be like, so what are you doing with that cigarette? And you can throw it out because you're just like, yeah, that's right, I never smoke. Or I no longer smoke. Such an interesting topic. It's such an interesting concept, but it's such a great way to get over bad habits. I never do this. I no longer do this. And constantly keep reminding yourself to never do that. Just constantly keep going at it. You're going to see how it's going to help you change your bad habits. Now moving on, level 4 is the level of the better you. So I am rich. I am healthy. I am fit. I am working out. I am a business owner. I am president of the United States. It doesn't matter. I am. So use I ams when you're writing down goals, when you're doing anything. We talked about this so many times, so many videos. I am courageous. I am energetic. I am passionate. I am confident. I attack everything with the most dedication and determination out there. I am the hardest worker out there. I am the strongest person on this planet. I am most dedicated on this planet. Whatever, I can't keep up with ideas here. But the basic is I am, and fill in those quotation marks with whatever you want to help program into your mind to make yourself be better and feel better. So that was level 4. Level 5, the last level, is the level of universal affirmation. And that's it is. So instead of going from I am, this is basically your one. It's like a universal, your unity of spirits and vibes. Here's an example here. I am one with the universe, and it is one with me. I am of it, within it, and exist as a shining spark in a firmament of divine goodness. So again, this is a full next level of I am. This is you're looking at everything as a universal, whole entire existence by using it is. It is one with me. I am one with it. I am within it and exist as a shining spark. So that's the 5th level of the self-talk. This is beyond everything, and that's why the author talks about either using levels 3 and 4, which is I am and I never or I no longer. So that's a great way to get your self-talk going and get yourself to the point of breaking habits and creating new habits and getting yourself to be a lot better than you are right now. Now, moving on, chapter 14 is new techniques, and we're going to talk about different ways of self-talks. So the first one is silent self-talk. So this is where you silently, internally tell yourself, I am amazing. I am awesome. You talk to yourself from the inside. You don't speak it. You just think it in your head. The second one is self-speak. So this is where you actually talk out loud, what I'm doing right now. I am a warrior. I am awesome. I am courageous. I am dedicated. I am determined. I am healthy. I am fit. I am eating well. Blah, blah, blah. That is self-speak. Now, self-conversation is when you're actually having a conversation with yourself. So you'd be like, hey Bob, how are you doing today? Oh, Bob, I'm doing great. It's awesome. Today's an awesome day, right? Yeah, man. Today's an awesome day, Bob. I mean, it's great to talk to you. Blah, blah, blah. And hey, I am da, da, da. So you have the self conversation and you get yourself in positive motivation because you talk to someone, a pretend someone, and have a pretend conversation with someone that's positive to get you feeling positive when you're in a negative spot and situation. So the author used an example of being in the airport where all the flights got delayed. The whole airport was filled. So he found 2 seats and he actually sat down and he started having, he had 3 seats. He sat down in the middle and started having conversation with two imaginary people that were, the 2 empty seats on his right or left, and no one talked to him. No one went to sit with him the whole entire night, but he was able to have a great conversation and stay positive throughout the whole thing. Now the next one is self-write. Self-write is basically you write down everything. I am a warrior. I am blah, blah, blah. Use those same self-talks, but now you're using a self-talk as you write it down. And it's such a great way for you to visualize it, see it in your brain. When it sees it, when you write it, it just remembers it better and processes it a lot better. Now the last one is tape talk. This is where you literally record an audio. Back when this was written, they used tapes. Now most of you are probably like, what the hell is a tape? Instead of using tapes, just pick up your iPhone, your phone, record your your self-talks into your phone, and then use that as a recording and listen to yourself. You can also have a friend record it for you if that's better for you. You can also go on YouTube and search this up as well and get yourself whatever you need. So I would recommend just whatever's easier for you, but it doesn't matter. Write it down, read it off into a recording device, and make sections. They don't have to be long. You can have them 10 to 20 minutes, even shorter if you want to have shorter, like weight loss tapes and then business tapes and motivation tapes and confidence tapes and whatever tapes. You can have them all recorded so you can keep playing them every day, multiple times a day. So that was the different ways you can do self-talk. With that being said, there's also a couple tips of this book that I just really wanted to share with you guys before we end this video off. So again, I'm really sorry this video is going long. I apologize for that, but this book really is, it deserves the time that I'm taking up for you guys to really talk about this book, because this book is unbelievably good. So one thing here he mentions motivation is not enough. Motivation is just crap. It's not worth it. You're not going to do anything. Motivation is like a coach that only coaches you for a couple of days, maybe even a year, but eventually he goes away, so you go back to being your old self, right? It's motivation leaves you instantaneously. But self-talk, you keep talking to yourself, you keep programming it, eventually it's programmed into your mind, so you actually change internally instead of getting motivation from other people. Now, I agree with what he's getting from, because motivation has never helped me to stay motivated for long, but what I see as motivation and motivational speakers is they help me get pumped up when I need to get pumped up, for that quick second to get me back on my own motivation, so I can keep building off of that through my own personal internal motivation. So that was a quick tip. Another tip was, this one's really important, so listen up. Seriously, whatever you're doing, if you're not listening to this, listen up here. In the first 18 years of your life, you will hear the word no 148,000 times. In 18 years, when you're in that phase of programming programming takes the first 1 year to, I think, 3, 4, or 5 is like when you start having that program like fully set in. So think about that. In those first 5 years, just how many no's you actually hear. And until 18, you hear 100 and almost 150,000 no's. You're constantly bombarded with no, don't do that, that's bad, no, you're stupid, no, you suck, you should never do that, you can't get A's, don't do that, no, you can't buy that toy, no, don't go play with your friends, no, don't stay out late, no, don't do that, don't touch that, no, you're going to hurt yourself, be careful. You hear so many no's, but then the ratio of hearing no's to yes is so low, and I don't have the number, unfortunately, but he talks about, dude, you don't hear yes enough. Like, oh yeah, you're awesome, or yes, you can do that, yes. You hear no for one yes, and so you're automatically programmed to be scared and fearful of everything because you've been told no your whole entire life and programmed into this mindset of being negative. And that's where, that negativity of I can't do that, I won't do that, I can't, all that stuff is the first level of self-talk that we talk about, that so many people are stuck in that cycle because of the no's that they constantly hear, which leads to the 4 steps of how your brain and everything works. The first step is programming creates beliefs. So when you hear all those no's, you're programming your brain to start creating that belief that you're not worthy, that you suck, that you shouldn't do that, that you're not good, you're not worth it, you keep failing, you're not good, you're not good enough, and you create that belief. Number 2 is beliefs create attitudes. So your beliefs start turning into attitudes and what you actually feel and how you behave and everything. And number 3 is attitudes create feelings. So again, now you're feeling like you're not worthy. Now you're acting like you're not worthy, and you feel like just total crap. And number 4 is that feelings determine action. So when you're feeling like crap and you feel like you're not worthy, you're not going to take action to go talk to the people that you want to talk to. You're not going to create action to put in the time and dedication to actually study and get yourself a good grade because you feel like you're worthless. And so what's the point of doing extra work when you know that you suck and it's not going to help? So your feelings determine your action, and your action becomes non-existent, and so you take no action, and you start feeling more and more like shit because your feelings are just compounding, and you're reprogramming your beliefs that you're total shit until you have anxiety, depression, and everything all cumbled together. And we see this so much in our era, especially with so many no's and so many stuff. Kids are getting so destroyed by the system of constantly being told no that they can't function, and they're not able to go out and believe that the world has so many opportunities and so many yeses so they can go ahead and tackle. So as parents, or even if you're a parent listening to this and you have young kids or even just older kids, don't be afraid to cut out the no's and say yes more often. Now, I'm not saying, say yes to candy bars, all that stuff, but find a way to bring more positive self-talk. Be like, you are perfect the way you are. You are amazing. You can do whatever you need to. You can become whatever you want. Start using that a lot more with your kids instead of focus on this or you can't do that. That's too impossible. That's not possible. Dream. No, be like, go for it. Yes. I believe in you. You can do that. One last thing before we go is this whole book is about building new habits. So, again, the reason for why you guys should be reading this book. Why do you want to read this book? And why should you spend your money on this book? Besides all the facts I already gave you in this video, the last one is if you're trying to lose weight, stop smoking, have more confidence, more action, whatever more you want. If you want to have a better life, if you want to achieve more goals, take more action. If you want to accomplish more things in your life, if you want to be less fearful, if you want to have a much better, perfect life, then pick up this book. Start your self-talk. Start listening to your self-talk. Start constantly just reprogramming your brain and your subconscious to feel a lot better, even of the things that you don't want to do. Let's say cooking or cleaning. Instead of being like, damn, I gotta go clean, be like, yes, I love to clean. Cleaning is fun. It's gonna be a fun exercise. Let's go, let's clean. Or yes, cooking is fun. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a great time. Let's have some fun. You change. You'll see, just saying that one time, your body, your emotions, everything is going to change. You're going to feel a lot better and actually want to go ahead and do the things of like cleaning and cooking, and you're just going to feel a lot better about it instead of just being like, crap, I got to do this again. I don't want to do cleaning. I hate cleaning, because you're just creating this negative impact towards cleaning. It's going to make you definitely not want to clean. So why not keep it positive, keep yourself self-talking a lot positive, a lot better, so then you can just go ahead and clean and feel proud and positive as you're cleaning. But with that being said, that was what to say to yourself, what to say when you talk to yourself. Awesome book. Highly recommend you check this book out. But with that being said, once again, this was the Book Review Friday of this week. My name was David Mechura, and I'll catch you guys in another one of my videos. Peace out.